Hi, welcome to our show.
Well, hi, everybody!
Coming to you somewhat live and semi-weekly from the Quad M World headquarters located in Helena's scenic North Valley. It's the Quad M Show. Here are your hosts, TJ and Jason.
As we always love to do, let's go ahead here and give love to those that are giving us the love and give the shout out to the folks giving a listen as soon as this fucker loads up. There we go. All right, so Boardman, Oregon. You specifically, I don't know who it is in Boardman, Oregon, but I do want to thank you because they're actually taking the time going back and listening to old shows.
Ooh,
like they got hooked.
They're compiling evidence.
Well, and I can tell they're actually listening because like it'll pop up and the next one will pop up like 2 hours later and then the next one will pop up like 2 hours later. So I know they're actually listening. It's not like 5 seconds and then next one's like a minute later and the next minute. They're actually giving time. So to you out there in Boardman, Oregon, thank you.
Thank you, Boardman, Oregon bot. It's Johnny 5.
It's oh, and what do we got there? Panorama City.
Panorama City?
It's not Panama City. That's in Florida. This is Panorama City in California. What do we got there?
Is that anywhere near Panavision?
Sure, why not? Univision. Television. No, Univision. Telemundo. Univision.
Because a lot of places are filmed in Panavision.
A lot of places or a lot of movies?
A lot of movies.
Yeah,
filmed
okay.
in Panavision.
Oslo, Norway. Probably a bot. Ni howdy.
Knee howdy.
We don't care what country it is. No, if it's Norway or China or wherever.
Okay.
Y'all get a knee howdy.
You keep thinking I'm going to figure out how to say hi in Norwegian.
Yump greeting, Yemeni.
You better hurry. I mean, Google's pretty fast.
All right. Let's see what else we got here. Clifton, New Jersey. Pasadena, California. Union City, California. Hi, Derek. Menlo Park, California. A lot of shit coming our way out of fucking India. Like, yeah. I don't know what the hell's going on there. Let's see what else we got here. I'm not... Mountain View, California. Let's see here. North Carolina. The home office here in Helena. And... Hello. Hello, Norway. Hello. Hello, DOD.
Oh, yep, there you go.
To all of you.
Hello.
Hello, DOD. DOD. Oh, so thank you all so much for stopping on by, giving a little bit of your time.
Indeed, thank you.
Many, many blessed greetings to ye all. Oh, so good, sir. How was your week?
Well, I'm glad it's actually scenic today.
Yeah.
After our fucking reigns of biblical proportions and the second coming of the flood.
Jesus Christ, yes.
I'm glad to see some sunshine and blue skies.
Fucking, I had to...
fucking roads washed out for the second time.
Yeah, but they didn't bother blocking any of them off.
No, they didn't really.
You fuckers know the drill. Mm-hmm. You know, if you just keep on it going. No, well, fuck. I mean, yesterday I had to take my dear old gray-haired mother to her first physical therapy appointment. Because she's having sciatica type thing going on. And it's been working wonders. I'll give you the punchline right now on that. It's been working wonders. But she, from the time I went to pick her up from work and bring her over, was when just the fucking deluge and hell storm came out. So I'm stuck right in the middle of the fucking road going when all this shit is fucking coming down. Oh my God, good Lord in heaven, sweet baby Jesus. I'm driving, I'm doing 30. I think the speed limit on the road is 45. So I'm maybe doing 35, and you got maybe other people that are passing me doing 37. So it wasn't like everyone was full bore. I mean, it was bad. And as driving down, as driving down this main road, you kind of have Mount Helena onto your right, so everything just kind of has that downward thing. Yeah. every fucking cross street, it's like a miniature river. So it's like you kind of pick up speed, then you got to fucking slow down and, have the mini splash, little mini Moses thing going on, and then pick it back up. It was a fucking show. Oh, my God. Yeah. And then, like you said, second wave flooding. It's Jesus Christ. I wish Mother Nature would just quit with the fucking drama,
Well,
he broke up with you. Get over it.
Well, whatever.
Now, one thing I did see here, good sir, I wanted to pose this question to you.
What?
I saw you made a post on Facebook after like a year or two long absence. Okay, why are you? Did you just need to clear out the 300 notifications? What brought you back onto the Book of Face for the momentarily?
I just posted that I was going to deactivate my Facebook.
Oh. Oh, I thought you said I'm just going to be on for a couple days, just letting all you people know, and then you all go fuck yourselves. I didn't know you're actually fully getting rid of the fucking thing.
I'm gonna deactivate Facebook. I haven't missed it at all. It's pretty dumb.
Oh yeah, well like I said, if it wasn't for Quad M, I wouldn't fucking be on there.
Right.
I mean, what aside from whoring out the show and whoring out Enigma, I post stupid memes. That's it. I don't share my fucking personal life with anybody.
See, and my level of meme sharing is what Facebook would get. It would get me kicked off Facebook.
I would say you'd be Captain Red Flag.
Right. So the memes I share with very, very specific people.
Like, here, look at this.
Yes.
No, shit. Here in the last fucking week, I've gotten into this fucking craze of posting memes with the old 60s Spider-Man cartoon.
Okay.
So it's like, I don't remember which, I can't fucking remember episodes verbatim or anything like that, but like he's rescuing some kid from like fucking crazed Indians or villagers or natives or whatever, and they're just throwing arrows and shit at him. And so it's this fucking scene where Spidey's got his web up, and the arrows are kind of sticking, and the kid's standing there. And the meme is, no, I got you covered, Billy. Go ahead and take a shit.
Ooh, that's funny.
Or, other type of stuff, like him fucking, standing above a, like fucking, kind of squatting over a fucking open chimney going, y'all getting shit for Christmas. I'll show you them. They're all pretty goddamn funny. They're pretty, so it's kind of been like once a day, just kind of posting them and seeing what anything sticks to the wall there. But, I do got a couple of things. Kind of slightly large, significant announcements to make. Thanks to current extenuating circumstances, I have to wait for the ad from Omaha Steaks to come in. Once that ad comes in, Enigma number 4 will be off to print. So finally, after a fucking much longer wait than I would like to admit to, we will actually be in just a few. Well, the company I do the printing through, it does take a while to get here, so there's still going to be a little bit of patience that will need to be required here. But yeah, we will actually have printed in-print copies of Enigma number 4 sending off the print order next week. Hopefully, I'll have the ad in place. Once that ad's in, boom, it's off to the printers.
Fuck yeah.
Couldn't be happier.
Nice. More boxes of comic books in the garage.
I prefer to call it the Quad M World Headquarters storage warehouse.
Right.
Because I just like to say it that way. With the stammering and stuttering.
Got to fit the word inventory in there.
Nah, that's for the spreadsheets. That's for the profit and loss statements. Have you, I haven't really talked about it with you at all. Have you started doing any of the coloring on the number 5 stuff that I've given you yet, or?
Yeah, I've been fighting some shit out.
Okay.
Yep.
Because I got the first 4 pages done, so I don't know if you got them all off of the Dropbox yet or not, but So they're all there. And now it's just kind of like, okay, because I really want to make this good. I really want to fucking just knock this fucker out of the park. So I think part of me is overthinking it too much. I don't know. So, but no. So number 5 hopefully will be out. 5, 6, and 7 will hopefully be out much, much sooner than it took to get number 4 out. Trying to build that audience. And also, too, now we talked a little bit last week about the upcoming Wizard World Boise. That I will be in attendance. Quad M Productions will be there,
right? In
attendance, horn out the Enigma and all that type of stuff. And I finally have confirmation from both Deeply Dapper's Chris McClanahan, as well as Fanholes and History of Comics on Films' Derek Crabb. And it is official, so I can go ahead and I can make the announcement. We will be doing a special podcast that weekend. It won't be live. What we'll probably do is record it after Friday's show and then post it Saturday so we can, get, hoard out and all that type of shit. But it's all official. So now, obviously, that weekend we won't actually have a real Quad M show because obviously, I won't be here.
Right.
But we will have I guess I'm calling it sort of a Quad M podcasting summit.
Summit.
And the way that I'm looking at it is I think what we'll do is we talk about the state of comic book conventions, and the way that it'll be run is Chris will handle he will be the kind of the vendor artist alley point of view, and Derek will take the attendee point of view, and then I'll be that little Charlie Rose McLaughlin hour moderator in the middle, asking the questions, inciting the discussion, and all that type of stuff. I'm really looking forward to this. This is gonna be fun, and I'll be whoring the hell out of it. So I think the show will post July 14th. I think is the date that everyone should circle on their calendars. July 14th. That's when it'll post. So keep an eye out on the Facebook and the Twitter and the Instagram and all that type of shit, because I'll be whoring it out a lot over the next couple weeks. I'm really looking forward to it.
That's all you've been talking about.
Well, for the last 10 minutes,
getting together with your boys over in Boise.
The boys in Boise. Boys.
I bet you Chris is glad he doesn't have to drive halfway across the fucking country for a show. Oh,
Jesus Christ. That poor bastard. I think the longest fucking trip he had to make was Maine? I don't know if he went that far out. I don't know. I'd have to ask him. Because I know St. Louis is one of them, and fucking Idaho to St. Louis, that's a little bit of a trek.
Yeah.
There's a stop at a motor inn on the on the fucking way. I was thinking next year, if because Wizard didn't do it this year, but if they do next year, if they do Minneapolis next year, I was looking at what the drive time would be. Because I was thinking to myself, would it be cheaper gas-wise to drive, and then not shell out money on a fucking like doing Chicago in August, shelling out for fucking plane ticket, hotel, and shipping. Because the fucking plane ticket and the shipping right there, at a minimum you're talking $600. So I mean, if I can get away with 15 hours of driving and only spend maybe $300 in gas. There's some savings there at least.
Right.
It's miles on the fucking rig, but it's quality highway miles. So there's that, So, but if they do that, I'd be looking at that. But I think that'd be probably the furthest that I would have driven for a convention. Would be that. Because Reno and Vegas, I think, were both 10-hour, 13-hour drives. Something like that, and I was looking at Minneapolis, a 15-hour drive. So it'd be within that area, as far as that shit goes.
That's a long fucking drive, dude.
Oh, trust me, I fucking know, man. Portland fucking took it out of me. think fucking Minneapolis is gonna fucking be a cakewalk? No, I'm fully expecting that's gonna be one of those fucking Griswold treks from fucking Chicago to Wally World.
You should go to the Walmart, pick yourself up some of that contact paper that looks like wood, and stick it all up on the side of your car.
Oh, you didn't know
Griswold adventure.
You didn't know the 4Runner came with wood paneling, good sir? Oh yeah. All right, well let's go.
That's mahogany.
That's maybe. Well, I don't know if they have in Minneapolis, but maybe invest in one of those fucking sex dolls with the frightened, crazed look in their eyes and the O face, and throw them on the passenger side and try to get in on a fucking carpool deal.
I think they give you tickets for that.
I don't. Oh no. I don't know. We don't have toll booths here. We don't have carpool lanes here.
No.
We just have left, middle, and right. That's our fucking lanes.
Sometimes that's sketchy. It just might be road.
It just depends. It just depends. All right. Well, let's go ahead here, good sir. We will take our first break. We will come back with a little bit of FGS and some hot-ish takes, some lukewarm takes.
Lukewarm.
It's the Quad M Show, kids. Stay tuned.
Have you checked out quadmproductions.com lately? Quadmproductions.com is your direct access hookup to order the Enigma comic book series and download the Quad M Show podcast. Check the appearances page for upcoming events and contact us with any questions or comments. Don't be the only lonely soul who's missing out on all the fun. Visit us today at quadmproductions.com. That's quadmproductions.com. You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 2.
Welcome back to the second segment of this here Quad M Show. We are your hosts. This is TJ.
And Jason.
Welcome back to the show.
And this segment is brought to you, as always, by Mirror Salon and Spa. Spa. Now, I know you folks are seeing those pics online and you're saying to yourselves, God damn, TJ has that awesome hair. Well, let me tell you something, kids. A small part of it's genetics. The big credit, however, goes to Shauna and all the fine folks over there at Mirror. Now, if you're in the Helena area, make your reservation today to get any of your hair, nail, or spa needs met. Walk-ins are always welcome. As you know, you get in there, you tell them Quad M sent you, get yourself $5 off any of the services they provide. Stop on in, make that call, do what you need to do. Mirror Salon and Spa, 406-603-0644, or stop on in at 2043 North Last Chance Gulch in Helena. That is Mirror Salon e Spa. Spa. Dirty vaccinators, anyways. I never thought that. Maybe I should ask them how many of them hair folk in there are anti-vaccinators.
I don't know.
Because you figure.
Tell us you should give them a discount, give anti-vaxxers a discount, just and then be like, have one of the, like on a prison wall, hash, hack.
I was going to say, accidentally prick them with some rusty scissors and fucking wait for the lockjaw to take place.
Right.
Wait for the lockjaw to set in. Got us another.
Right, like, and you go to a hospital and like for any like small injury type of stuff, you cut yourself at work, whatever, you fell, something work, always the work stuff. They're like, well, have a tetanus shot, and
I did it stepping on a fucking nail.
Right?
Oh yeah. So had to call the ex at the time, because she was a fucking nurse. How long does it take before lockjaw sets in? 48 hours. What'd you do? Step on a nail? Yes. 48 hours. You're fine. Okay, I'll go at lunch. Thank you. Click. Because I don't fucking know.
Right.
I'm used to fucking, cartoons where the minute you fucking just even a little dink, and all of a sudden, And it's like, instantaneous. Because you got to have that shit set within that 7-minute time frame to be able to tell your lockjaw jokes.
Right.
You know what else loves anti-vaccination?
Fred G. Sanford.
The Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in
I
Stupidity.
knew he hated anti-vaxxers.
Moron.
You're a moron.
Idiot. Stoics.
You're always this stupid. Did you take lessons?
The FGS Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
Now look at you all measles, mumps, and rubella.
And you wonder why the fucking viewer count fluctuates.
What, hours?
Yeah.
No, shit. No, I don't wonder why. I know why. It's because we are who we are.
Indeed.
Yeah, it's a little quick one today. But as I was trolling around the various whatnots and to-dos, I think I found us a new Florida.
A new Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oklahoma City was coming strong this week. There was like 3 or 4 of them out there. A couple of them were only like a fucking paragraph long or 2 paragraphs, so it really wasn't worth the time.
Okay.
Like some fool. Like this one article pissed me off. I don't know who this fool was, but he was trying to steal fucking. He got electrocuted, died, got electrocuted trying to steal fucking copper wiring from a fucking light pole.
See, that's what you get for being a meth head.
And then the entire article didn't even go any further about the dude. Didn't release his name. Didn't do nothing. It was then followed by like 3 paragraphs about fucking the black market copper wire thing nationwide and all that. I'm like,
ooh, the secret. That's not a secret. I mean, they've got a recycling center just downtown. You can just fucking walk in there with some copper and get some money. It's not a black market.
No. Apparently in Oklahoma City, there's if they think that if they find out that the copper's been stolen, they can nail both the seller and the purchaser on a felony charge for it. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, they were all it was just a fucking article about black market copper shit. I'm like, okay, this ain't funny. Then there was various ones, and so I found this one, and I would say if you have a moment, feel free to take a look at Reddit, the Reddit News of the Stupid.
News of the That's a subreddit I've never heard of, dude.
Oh, that's where I find quite a few of our FGSers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, News of the Stupid is what they call it. And I tell you to bring this up just so you can see the picture of this lovely couple. Story goes as such. So 2 people were taken into custody after police say they were having sex on the ground near a busy Oklahoma intersection. Oklahoma City Police Department reports show that police were contacted at approximately 5:30 p.m. on June the 15th by a woman who was at a shop near Northwest 10th and Virginia who gives 2 shits about the street address when she observed 2 people under a tree. The woman stated she saw a man with his pants halfway down on top of a woman. Officers arrived on the scene, and the man rolled off. God, gross. The man rolled off of the woman. Police then arrested both subjects, 48-year-old Tony Willis and 42-year-old Verna LeClaire. Did you find the article on this?
No. There's a lot here.
Oh yeah, no. When you get down to it, you'll know it when you see it. Officers noted that the intersection had heavy traffic and that the 2 were in full view of both northbound and southbound lanes. The 2 were then arrested and booked into Oklahoma County Jail on complaints of indecent exposure and public drunkenness. Public inebriation. Let's go with that. I don't know. LeClaire had previously been arrested after reportedly being caught having sex in a parking lot of a Metro liquor store. The charge was later dismissed.
I read about a guy. He got a Dewey because he stopped in the middle of an intersection to make his dog a sandwich. And so wonder if this is a new fetish, the middle of the intersection.
I don't know. It's probably like, hey, Scraps, take a look over there. Look at those two ugly fuglies. Get it on. You want a sandwich and watch?
Right?
Come on, boy. Let's go watch the show. You want a sandwich?
Why make your dog a sandwich? Can't you just give him the pile of stuff? The dog doesn't. He doesn't fucking care.
Because dogs don't have opposable thumbs. They can't make their own sandwich.
You don't have to make him. He doesn't care that it's a sandwich. Just give him all the sandwich stuff.
Well, maybe he's a very particular dog.
Ugh. Yeah, I can't find it.
You know what? Let me, if you don't mind, I'll take a look here. Let me see what.
Whoa. Whoa.
I warned you. See, that's clearly a clear and cut case of mileage, not so much the years, because that fucking.
You know, we were talking about the Joe Rogan podcast. You know what we need? We need a Jamie. How he's doing? Do you watch the podcast?
No.
Well, he videos the podcast.
Well, yeah, I mean, the YouTube segments and shit.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he's always like got a big screen that they're looking at, and then they put it in the
and then Rogan's always like, no, the one on the left, go to the bottom, yeah, okay, that one's right, no, right next to it,
right.
yeah, that one, yeah,
well,
right
the guy that runs that thing, his name is Jamie, and all the time, like Rogan's like, Jamie, pull that up, Jamie, get a picture of that, Jamie, bring that up over there.
Because I would almost put those two up as our fucking yeah, kids, remember, if you get the chance, make sure to take a look. Oklahoma City, Tony Willis and 42-year-old Verna LeClaire. That is 42-year-old Verna LeClaire.
Younger than us. Well, younger than me.
Same age as me. And dude, she looks like she's in her fucking 70s.
Ooh.
That's meth and fucking booze right there. That's a hard life that causes that. And that other dude, I don't even know how to fucking describe him. Kind of like a deflated, melted leather basketball.
Well, Rooster Unit says that's the ugliest nose I've ever seen. It's like 3 ugly noses put together on his nose. It's so big, its gravity is pulling up his lip.
And that crazed, I don't know if that's a wart or a cancerous growth, but you see that little fucking nub that's like right there on the side?
Right. You seen that Futurama episode where the boil on Leela's butt is singing, and it's Suzanne Boyle. No,
I don't remember that one.
It's the iPhone. It. They shove the phone in their eye, and it just shows everything, and everybody's just walking around and Fry and Bender get into this like it's kind of like an Instagram type of deal, whatever.
Right.
But they keep like trying to post the most extreme shit that they can find.
Suzanne Boyle. Yeah, her 15 minutes of fame didn't last very long.
Right.
But yeah, I would almost consider fucking using those two as our show pick for the week this week. But that is just too fucking ugly to I don't want to horrify our audience. This one
then just use his picture.
Just use his picture. I was one of the faces Bon Jovi rocked.
Oh. Ouch, dude.
Yeah, like I said, I'm this close to possibly, but like I said, I don't. People are eating when they're online. They don't want to see shit like that when they're trying to scarf down a corn dog or something.
That's okay.
It's their own damn fault.
It is.
It's the internet. You knew what you were getting into.
Yeah, you clicked it. So
Well, no, they don't click that. That's the advertising. Anyway, that don't fucking matter.
They're seeing it because they clicked something somewhere. Okay,
It's your own damn fault, fuckers.
Right.
Oh, good Lord. So to you, Tony Love Machine Willis.
Love machine.
And Verna, serial exhibitionist, I guess, because since she also got busted fucking in front of a liquor store.
Maybe she's a prostitute.
No, there wasn't any prostitution charges thrown on here. It was just indecent exposure and public drunkenness. But, you know, with a face like that, the indecent exposure is pretty much a fucking...
That's a given.
It's a lock. Oh, and 42 years young, Vernon LeClaire, I might add. Congratulations. You are this week's winners of the Fred G. Sanford Award for Excellence in Stupidity.
You dummy!
You know, I'd almost feel bad if, like, fucking, you know, I do some, like, background searching on old Tony Willis there, and, you know, come to find out he was like the fucking Oklahoma City Baby of the Year 48 years ago. He was like a 9-time beautiful baby contest winner and shit. Now he looks like a fucking melted wax candle.
I don't know if you could even go that far, because I'd rather look at a candle.
I was gonna say I don't think it's not going that far. It's I haven't gone far enough.
Like sometimes when you're like making a pizza. And
Oh God! Now I can't eat pizza anymore.
okay,
Thank you.
And when you're
You
using
dick.
like a traditional style kind of raised type of crust, if you need the dough too much before you flatten it out and then
right.
put your ingredients and shit on it and run it through an oven, it gets like these like big boils on it.
Yeah, I know the air bubbles.
Yeah,
I know. what
Right,
you're-
and
oh
like
God.
the sauce and the cheese like melts off of them and stuff, and it's this big. Yeah,
Yeah, there goes there. You know, I did.
and
I was looking.
that's what I was like. That's what I was like. Ugh. That's what it looked like.
As I'm looking to try and improve my dietary prowess. Thank you. Now Costco pizza is now officially off the list because all I will see is Tony Willis from Oklahoma City. Thank you.
No, Costco pizza isn't the same. You can't talk shit about Costco pizza.
I'm not talking shit about
Those
Costco
big,
pizza.
giant. They're like their big giant meat pizzas, or even the cheese ones. Holy cow!
Yes.
Those are good.
But see, because it's pizza, you know, I gotta take that shit off the list. Now I found it's very easy to do so. All I gotta do is fucking picture fucking
Why do you got to take pizza off the list?
carbs, grease.
Oh, it's good for you.
Too good. And that's the problem. Fucking you go, yeah, dude. Okay, as much
I know.
as much as I sit there and bitch and piss and moan about Costco. You know, first, as I get into this, let's go ahead. Let's get into some hot takes. There, that way I don't forget to fucking do that. See?
'Kay.
All right, let's get into some hot takes.
News and notes from all four corners of the pop culture world.
And the sign gotta stay hot. You gotta stay hot. You gotta stay hot.
It's time for some hot takes.
Okay, back to the case in point here. As much as I sit there and I bitch and I piss and moan and you know, shout from the mountaintops about my hatred of fucking Costco.
Right. Their
It's
products are awesome.
It's not all bad. It's, you know, at the end of the day, it's not Costco I hate. It's the people in Costco that ruin it for me.
Yeah.
Because when I walk down those aisles, I have a love affair with the Kirkland brand. Oh, whatever. Like, I guarantee if there was a fucking Costco in Amsterdam, they've got bags of Costco or Kirkland brand weed. I guarantee they've got it. Kirkland brand sticky icky. whatever you kids call it. The California hot grass. I don't know.
It's got lots of names.
I don't. But I'm sure
It
it'd be.
depends on which brand you get.
It might be in the lawn and garden section. It might be in the fucking snack food, the big island snack food section. Might be in produce. I don't know where they would keep it, but I guarantee somewhere at the Amsterdam Costco, they've got...
I bet you that sample lady is popular.
It's like... Brown, these are over there. Fucking, I guarantee it's like, probably...
We're
like
sampling Afghan Kush, Alaskan Thunderfuck. And this one's called Afgooey.
Don't worry, you can take as many samples as you like over there, because we know what's going to happen. Indeed, yipper-doo.
Right, yeah. And there's sativas and indicas, and you're like, there's what? No. Fuck.
Yeah, and it probably looks like just a big fucking bag of mulch, like when you go to the fucking lawn and garden section, you buy one of them big-ass fucking bags of peat moss. It's probably what the shit looks like, because it's Costco in Amsterdam.
No, Costco has quality. It's going to be big, giant nugs of crystalline goodness. Costco ain't going to cheap out on you. You know that, dude. When you buy that big pallet of toilet paper, it's not corporate grade. It's not the Charmin stuff, but it's got just enough softness, yet durability and aggressiveness to make sure you're clean but not irritated.
It's Kirkland quality, Kirkland quantity at a reasonable Kirkland price.
Right.
Like I said, it's I've come to the realization, especially now as I'm verbalizing it, it's not that I hate Costco. It's I just hate the fucking people. And not even the employees. The employees at Costco are wonderful. The employees at Costco are always helpful. Every time you go through the aisle, do you need stamps? Do you need ice? Walking through the aisles, if you know somebody there, talk to you for a minute or two. Hey, can I help you look for them? They're always so good. It's the fucking customers.
And
that's what gets me. Same, and so when I sit there and say, that the Costco pizza has to go, it's not because I want it to go.
Right.
Costco pizza is fucking awesome. You get in there. I mean, where else can you go? $1.50, and you get like a fucking half-pound hot dog or a Polish dog.
Right. Yeah.
And they say one refill, but they don't pay attention. You can have as many refills of your pop as you want for $1.50.
They don't even give you a lid.
You can't.
You're not even going to use a lid anyway. You don't even get one.
No, because they got them in the dispensers on the side there.
They do,
you can get your own if you want it, But I mean, for fuck's sake, $1.50, just a big ass fucking hot dog, unlimited pop. You can't even go to a fucking gas station and get that anymore. I remember when like Town Pump and Mini Mart, 7-Elevens would have like the 3 for $1 deal. You don't see that anymore. And like the fucking a giant ass. Anywhere else, this would be 2 slices of pizza. Big honking fucking New York style folded fucking pizza. $1.99. You cannot beat that.
Right.
But unfortunately, it kicks your ass.
It does, dude. So
it's like I said, I'm not dogging the pizza when I say that. When I say that it has to go.
Well, no, I understand.
It's one of those things where it's Costco pizza, it's not you. It's me. It's not you. It's me. Shh, just go.
And I get heartburn acid reflux if I don't watch my diet. Like greasy stuff will make your acid reflux just fucking kick your ass.
Well,
so
no offense, but I'm sure the Mountain Dew doesn't help either, because I know there was a former friend that we used to hang out with who was having the issues, and a lot of it was attributed to that. And once he actually quit doing the sody, it eased off. I'm not telling you to fucking, I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
No, this is the only Mountain Dew I had before this one was the day before yesterday. I had a can of Mountain Dew.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't drink the Mountain Dew as much as I used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, because we're getting on in years.
Yeah, when I'm at work, I'm sweating my ass off.
It's water.
It's, fucking ice cold water in that thermos thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like for the show and stuff, I drink soda because it's got sugar and caffeine. It keeps me fucking
It keeps me light on my toes.
right.
I'm able to do the ballerina dancing that we do around this part.
Right, but yeah, when I get home, I want to start. I got some orange juice in the fridge.
Tall, cool glass of OJ.
Hey, I like orange juice, dude. It's good.
But yeah, well, I mean, but that's so acidic too.
Here's the thing, though, is it's not so much that it's an acid, dude. Your stomach is already full of acid. Mm-hmm. Us Americans, we tend to be gluttons. Okay.
Oh, very much so. Yes.
And like, I don't know what your diet is, but my diet is
the shits.
I can't eat because it's morning, because it's breakfast time, because it's 8:30.
Yeah,
I can't. I eat when I'm hungry. Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's how I go. If I'm hungry, then I'll eat, and I'll eat until I'm not hungry anymore.
Right.
Okay, and I don't eat until I'm like, ugh. I just eat until I'm not hungry.
Right.
And then I'll just go from there. I don't know. I can't.
Well, no,
I can't eat because it's dinner time, because it's lunch time, because it's brunch time, or whatever.
Right.
I've got to be. Yeah.
Yeah. No, and I hear you 100% because I would get into it with my dad when I was working on the road, doing the abatement shit. We would get into it. He'd be like, in the morning, like, oh, damn it, you need to eat. I'm like, no, I don't.
You don't always need to eat.
I don't need to eat because if I eat, like the minute I have, it's one of those things where I like the pleasure and the taste of stuff, but after I've actually consumed it, I feel like shit. And it doesn't matter whether it's healthy food that's bad for you, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, but it's like I enjoy like the taste and the flavor and the sensation. I enjoy the upper part involving the mouth and the jaw and the chewing and the enjoying, but once it gets down the gullet and it's there, that's when I'm just like, oh, and I don't even need to eat that much to feel that way. But here, me and my dad would get into this shit. Like what I would do is for breakfast, because I was, I'll be taking vitamins and various supplements that you have to have food with. So, I'll have a fucking bottle of water and a protein bar and just eat that. And, so that way I still have something to take, those morning medications with.
Well, mine is a thermos of coffee and some Pall Malls.
But he would sit there and fucking he would light up. He'd be like, you need to fucking eat. And I understand. He's my dad. He's just looking out for me and all that. But I'm like, no, I don't need to fucking do this.
See, and like our parents are of an age where basically they became susceptible to the food marketing of the time that led to so many eating myths and misconceptions that even still to this day that people are still eating wrong because of it, such as like Kellogg's saying breakfast is the most important meal of the day, that you got to eat breakfast, you got to eat breakfast, you got to eat breakfast.
Mm-hmm. Right.
To like the food pyramid, which is completely and utterly wrong. Mm-hmm. To like a more modern one is that you have to drink 8 glasses of water a day type of stuff. Mm-hmm. And all that is like misconceptions and and basically marketing to make people buy the stuff. And it's pretty sad because the eating wrong leads to fucking like obesity and fucking stuff like that. I mean, even heart disease and shit like that. I mean, just by eating wrong, it's
And I want to thank you and I want to say thank you and fuck you all at the same time. I've been listening to that fucking Joe Rogan Experience snippets on YouTube. After you hit me up to him. Jesus Christ, it's just it's like this nonstop type of deal. I wouldn't be able to sit there and like actually listen to an entire fucking show. 3 hours is quite the investment.
It is.
But like the little snippets on YouTube or shit. Like, do you just listen to the YouTube snippets, or do you actually like turn on Stitcher or iTunes and actually turn on his show and listen while you're working?
It's it depends. So I'll watch like the clips because he'll release the new podcast, and then he'll at the same time they'll have like clips from the podcast.
Right.
And I'll check out a couple of the clips, and if it's someone I'm like familiar with or someone I'd like be interested in hearing talk or whatever, I'll
go and listen
check
to the
a
show
couple
proper.
clips,
Right.
and then I'll go listen to the show proper. Yeah.
Right. Okay. All right.
There's a few of his podcasts that there's a couple of them that I've listened through completely a couple times actually.
Did it involve this conspiracy theories and shit? Like when he's talking about there was one snippet on there where he was talking about changing his attitude on the moon landing and
Joe Rogan used to be a moon landing denier and kind of a conspiracy nut. And then he educated himself, and now he knows better.
Right.
So he's not
He
afraid.
seems like a really open-minded dude.
And he's not afraid to admit, he's like, nope, I was pretty stupid then, and he'll admit it. He was like, yeah. And the Joe Rogan podcast, it's like, I mean, yeah, you'll have everything from like the conspiracy nut, like off the wall shit, to, you know, like an interview with the Leah, the gal that got out of Scientology, Leah Remini,
yeah. I saw a bit of that interview too, and listened
stuff
to her
like
talk
that.
about
And,
it. Yeah.
the ones I've like listened to a couple times it's Joe Rogan with he does Graham Hancock and Randall Carlson and this other guy, and they're basically, it's not like, this isn't like Ancient Aliens weird type of shit. It's basically there is insurmountable evidence that we had civilization, cities, culture, all that way before what we believe now.
Okay.
And there is like insurmountable evidence for this, but it's not being accepted into like major archaeology and stuff. It's
right.
They're kind of like, oh, these guys are nutcases and blah blah blah, but it's just insurmountable evidence that it can't be denied. I mean, it's been studied and by other people, but it just won't. It's having trouble gaining traction in mainstream archaeology and history type of stuff.
Well, sure, because it fucking throws everything that they've done. It throws all that shit out the window. And, well, God, we don't want you fucking up my payday, you ass. Yeah.
Right, yeah. And but you listen to these podcasts, and it's incredibly interesting. Just the amount of evidence these guys present. It's just, it's overwhelming, but it's not like, what's the word? It's not circumstantial evidence. It is hard, in your face, in the ground evidence,
undeniable proof.
Yeah, and it's incredibly interesting to hear these guys talk and stuff. Graham Hancock can be kind of like off the wall type of stuff, but he's not. Graham Hancock isn't really. He's not a historian or someone like that. He's more of a reporter on the stuff. An analysis. He gathers the stories and presents them and helps. And with this Graham Hancock, Carlson, and these other couple other guys actually, I believe Joe Rogan's help, they're actually able to all be together in the same room and discuss their ideas and stuff. And the way these guys can present their evidence, and it's neat. You should check it out, I actually say. Well,
and you know, the one that I've found that I've gravitated towards and that I'm locked in on is when he's interviewing this Dr. Rhonda Patrick. Because lately I've been, really kind of, taking the hard look, in the mirror and looking at, trying to improve myself, dietarily and, trying to, check out options for, basically eating and kind of living better and that type of shit, drop the weight and all that. And I listened to this guy. I mean, fuck. I listened to one snippet, and it's like, boom, all of a sudden, I'm just chaining them. I'm chaining them because, listen to this gal and, what she's talking about like fucking, what is it? Time-restricted eating. Like, like she's a believer in kind of like a 9 to 10 hour window. The most you want to do is like a 12-hour window. So, like, don't eat between the hour, like between the hours of 6 a.m. and 6 p.m. or 7 a.m., 7 p.m., whatever. Go ahead and do that. But after this time, it's just, nothing but water. And I've kind of always had that, thought process of, stop eating after this time. But then, I'll sneak this. I'll sneak that. But then you sit here and listen to the actual fucking science behind this line of thinking. And why, and all the shit there. And, there's some stuff that I'll never fucking do. Like, like I'll eat broccoli. But then she's talking about what you really want to do is do broccoli sprouts. And you can grow them from home because, they have this higher, there's some fucking chemical thing in there, right? And it's really high on this enzyme, and it's way beneficial, and you'll see all the benefits and all that. But the best way to do it is to grow them yourself. And she got this fucking pictures of her on Instagram with these mason jars, and these grew in like 4 days. And I think the way Rogan put it was, she looked like she was fucking dealing a bunch of fucking weed out of Honduras or something. I got the sticky icky for you right here. And now,
shit.
smoking broccoli sprouts. So there's stuff that I'm not going to get, that far into, but it's basically just, looking dietary. Because even, I never realized that, I knew Joe Rogan was a stand-up comic, and I knew him from his UFC shit, and the unfortunate job of having to follow Kimmel and Carolla on the Man Show. I think I only saw like 1 or 2 episodes when him and Stanhope were the one hosting.
Fear Factor and
and Fear Factor after that.
And I've heard him talk about like those days, and he's like, man, he'll admit it. He's like, man, I was so dumb back then sometimes.
Well, I never knew just how much into fucking MMA he was.
Yeah.
And like how actual fucking I always knew he was kind of a big dude, but goddamn, he is just fucking. Dude, stacked.
Joe Rogan can kick like a motherfucker. I know, I'm serious. Like, holy shit. He's got some powerful fucking kicks, that man does.
Yeah. I haven't seen any of that. Was it like from like old footage when he was training back in the 80s or?
No, this is like it kind of mix a new current and whatever. Just kind of going over Joe Rogan and he's a really fit, fucking active motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
And there's part of his podcast, they do a little thing about his martial arts experience and kind of his stuff like that. And
I'll see him like fucking. God, I couldn't believe like I saw this interview with him talking to Dorian Yates, and I'm like, holy shit! He gets like fucking like crazy people because Yates was like a Mr. Universe back in the early '90s, So I knew him back then, and just seeing the way he fucking, once he gets off the fucking training regimen and the fucking, taking his foot off the gas, if you will, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying on the belt, if you know what I'm saying. But not that he doesn't look in shape, because, he's like in his fucking late 50s or so. But, he still looks in shape, but just how much smaller he is after, and even he's, even in this interview, he was like, it's nice. The minute that I stopped and said I was done, because they were talking about how like fighters or athletes can't get over retirement, and you have guys like Foreman or Ali that will try to do just one more fight and, shit like that, because they can't get over the fact that is a done part of their life.
Yeah.
But it's been their life for like 15 years.
So they don't know any different. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And Yates was like, no, it was easy for me because, at that point it was like, great, I don't have to fucking eat 6 times a day. I don't have to do all this shit anymore, and all that. So, it was nice to see it, but it was really weird seeing like somebody that I hadn't seen in the public eye in like 20 fucking years all of a sudden just seeing him as like this fucking, I mean, like still kind of buff, but just, like just an old dude. I'm like, wow.
Probably hanging out at his workshop, building benches and chairs and shit.
just sitting on the porch whittling. That's his days now. It's just fucking, Mr. Universal whittling.
Dude, that takes a lot of work to fucking do that, get those to build your body like that. I mean, it's not called bodybuilding because
yeah, I mean,
holy shit, yeah, I understand what you're saying. I mean, they put a lot of work into that. That's their job. I mean, that takes them all day to just their training and stuff.
Yeah,
holy
8 hours a day in the gym, at least 5 days out of the week. And that's another thing they were sitting there talking about was, like fighters today, they're not injured more, but they're like more sick because they don't give themselves time to rest. It's always train, but you gotta let give your body a chance to fucking rest and heal up. And then again, like the one guy, I can't remember who it was he was interviewing, but he was talking about fucking, there wasn't a fight there wasn't a fight when he got into the fucking cage that he didn't have a sinus infection. Because again, his body was just so fucking taxed out. It was fucking crazy. But, here again, all the fucking nutrition shit. Like, Rogan starts talking about his diet, and he's like, I just eat wild game. I go hunt in Montana, and I just fucking, all I do is I eat wild game. I don't eat any bread, don't have any sugars, and this and that. And I'm like, there's a lot of stuff like this Mountain Dew you see right here. This will be my last one. I'm just going straight water, But then they started talking about fucking, like, fruit juice, like the juicers. And talking about, oh, great, yeah, you're fucking juicing. Okay, cool, yeah, all that fruit and all that fruit. It's basically a cup of sugar you're fucking swallowing there.
Oh, yeah.
Even just natural fruits and all that type of stuff, you're just using today. And Rogan says you're better off drinking the fucking Mountain Dew because at least you got caffeine in there that it might be able to get you up and, go get some shit done,
Oh yeah, all our shelf juices. It's no more different than drinking a soda. There's so much sugar in there.
But no, he's talking about like natural, like actually, fucking like when I do my protein drinks in the morning after I work out.
Yeah,
I take a bottle of water. Your simple little Kirkland brand 40-pack bottle of water.
Mm-hmm.
Pour that in the old Ninja mixer. Take my big rounded scoop of protein, throw that in there. I throw in a banana. And I throw in like 4 or 5 frozen strawberries. You get this big bag of frozen strawberries at the Costco.
Uh-huh.
So they're all flash frozen, so they still have all the good nutrients and shit in there. So, I take about 4 or 5 of those, throw those in there, blend them up, and then I have my little breakfast smoothie, right? And, just even if you were doing just like straight juicing with like a banana and orange and blueberries and all that type of stuff, you still have all that concentrated sugar. Just natural, not even processed, that you would get from, like, say, your Juicy Juice or your Capri Sun shit. He's like, yeah.
And sugar is sugar.
And sugar is sugar is sugar. Yeah, that's pretty much fucking it right there. But no, it'd be one of those deals where, because I really never, I knew, obviously I knew about the fucking show. If you're a fucking podcaster in any way, shape, or form, you know who, like, your top 5 shows in the nation are. And his, like, at least Stitcher rankings, his is always in the top 3, But I never listened because it was one of those deals where it's like, well, fuck. I guess
it's
I just
Joe Rogan. You were put off because it was like Joe Rogan and you kind of yeah.
No. I part of it was because on my end, it's like I don't listen to. And I hate to say it, but I don't listen to very many, other podcasts that are out there. And I think a lot of the reason why I don't personally is because I don't want to riff or steal on somebody else's bits intentionally or unintentionally.
Sure.
Kind of going back to here again, watching all this fucking Rogan shit. I had no idea about the feud. The shit that went down between him and Carlos Mencia. Did you ever see that video?
Oh, yeah.
Where he fucking...
I remember some... yeah.
Basically, Rogan was calling him out for plagiarizing and stealing other dudes' acts, like fucking George Lopez's shit and Bill Cosby's shit, and, stealing from just blatantly ripping off other comedians and shit. And they were at the Comedy Store, and this is back in, 2007. And they were at the Comedy Store, and Rogan, I don't think, was performing or Mencia wasn't performing. I can't remember. I don't think it was Mencia wasn't performing. Joe Rogan was, and Rogan, does his, wraps up his bit, and is introducing the next guy, and he says, and he fucking writes for the mind of Menstila, because everyone calls him Menstila, and all this, and calls up the fucking comedian. Comedian starts doing his fucking bit, and then Mencia comes up on the fucking stage, takes a mic out of dude's hands, and start calling out Joe Rogan, saying, fuck him, blah, blah, blah. He'll say all this shit about me being a fucking thief. He'll never fucking come up here and say it to my face. Well, that's something you don't want to do, especially to a fucking guy like Joe Rogan. Go ahead and call him out, especially when he's fucking there. So Rogan comes up. Rogan comes up on the stage. He doesn't have a mic initially, but you can fucking hear him clear as day. And this is being videotaped because since Rogan was working, he had his personal cameraman there filming his act. All this shit starts going down, so his cameraman's rolling tape. And fucking, Rogan's fucking yelling. Finally, he gets the microphone and just starts fucking calling him out, you motherfucker, and blah, blah, blah. And, going and Mencia's, oh, fuck you bitch. It was just this whole fucking schmoz. And then fucking backstage, you got like basically this fucking circle jerk of pissed off comedians surrounding Mencia, calling him out verbatim, like, you stole this act, you stole this, and just fucking, it was a bad fucking deal, man. But
oh shit.
But I say I use that kind of as I don't want to be a fucking the Carlos Mencia of podcasting, So and there's some shit that I just kind of pick up on because I'm kind of a chameleon that way sometimes, but it's one of those deals where God, that's a great bit. Wish I could I wish I would have thought of it, and then somehow unintentionally I end up fucking doing or saying something along those lines like fuck. Don't be doing that. So, I that's one of the key reasons I don't. It didn't have nothing to do with Joe Rogan. If you fucking do a good show, you do a good show. Mm-hmm. And like I said, after fucking watching the YouTube clips, I'm like, God, he does a pretty good fucking show. There's a reason he's in the fucking top 3 because he's got some good shit going on there, man.
Yeah. Indeed.
I think he's been doing it since like 2010, 2009, something like that.
Quite a while, yeah.
Yeah, we were kind of late. We were kind of late on board and went into the fucking podcasting craze. But that's okay. We'll fucking keep on trucking.
Oh well.
Until they take it away from us.
It's not just good, it's good enough.
That's right. Our cold dead hands. Getting back to that, the misconception about eating and stuff, I think also too, I look at it, see, and I understand where you're coming from there, but I also think too, it may be just how situationally our parents were raised. Because like my dad came from, a family of 10 kids to where he was like 3rd or 4th youngest.
Okay.
I think there was like maybe 2 or 3 that were behind him. So you had like fucking 6 kids that were already up, front bigger that are fucking grabbing the food, fucking table, whatever food they had. Because here again, you're living in fucking Clancy and Augusta, or not Clancy, but Craig and Augusta, fucking Montana. Uh-huh. So it's it's very very get survival. It's more survival eating than it is marketing eating. And so I think more on his end, it's more along the lines of, I want to make sure that you are well fed, because here again, growing up where that may not have always been the fucking case.
And you're absolutely right. It was a different lifestyle. Mm-hmm. I mean, okay, these, they grew up when, you basically got your own food and you kind of like supplemented what you got at the store. You didn't go to the store for your whole fucking...
Right.
You didn't go to the store for your whole fucking groceries. Mm-hmm. You used it to supplement what Right. And it's a different lifestyle. And that's when, like, when you got up in the morning, you fucking, chopping wood, all that fun shit. And it's a different lifestyle,
Oh, yeah.
It's different than what we do now.
And also, too, and also, too, I think a lot of it has to do, too, with the fact that our parents were raised by our grandparents, who obviously, who were part of that Depression generation.
Yep.
So that it's a whole fucking different mindset. Same thing. Like when I was a kid, right? And my dad would pick me up for the weekend or whatever. It would be within an hour. He would ask if we needed to go and get new shoes. He was always about getting new shoes, making sure I had good shoes on my feet.
Right.
So, looking back on that type of thing, it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure here you got little fucking Indian running around barefoot,
Yeah. I can understand that. My parents were the same way. You gotta have shoes. It was, your clothes could be hand me down and from fucking Salvation Army, whatever, but your shoes had to be. When we got shoes, we got new shoes. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, no, you never
and
fucking hand down shoes.
Yeah, and the one thing the parents never skimped on when we were children and stuff was our shoes. Mm-hmm. I mean, like a lot of stuff we kind of, we didn't have a whole lot growing up as a kid. Like I said, we had to raise a lot of stuff on our own and whatnot. So, but the one thing the parents never skimped on was shoes. And even to this day, I'm like, I can't wear cheap shoes because it's just a fucking cheap pair of shoes. I'll break them in. Seriously, dude.
By the time you break them in, you're needing to fucking duct tape them.
Yeah, basically. By the time they're broke in, they're broke.
Yeah, I'm about due for some new ones myself.
Yeah, same here.
They're getting there. I got these ones. I told you about these fucking memory foam ones. With the memory foam soles. Oh my god, they're like walking on pillows. I love them. I want from now on when I'm buying tennis shoes, they will always have the memory foam. I even bought fucking memory foam inserts for my work boots.
Those it's kind of corny and cheesy, but those fucking gelling like a felon or gelling like Magellan inserts.
Yeah.
Those things are fucking comfy.
Well, yeah, they are. But the memory foam insoles are a step above that.
I've tried the memory foam. I like the gel ones better. I don't know, for like a lot of the walking around and stuff I do and whatnot. Yeah. I like the gel ones better for some reason, but
maybe
that's
it's
why
just
there's
like
options.
It's like they're gonna start fucking doing that. So what's your shoe number? Your fucking Tempur-Pedic shoes.
Tempur-Pedic shoes. Oh God,
that'd
be disturbing. It's got an app on your phone. I feel like a 7 today.
Let's see. Click, click, click. Maybe remember those old fucking Adidas clicks. Not the Reebok pumps, but the ones that had like the fucking dial click, and I don't know what the fuck those were for. There you go. Now there's your Tempur-Pedic shoe.
Tempur-Pedic shoe. Yeah.
You're dialing a number for shoe comfort. Oh, I'm walking an 8 today.
Right. Right. All them gimmicks and stuff and whatnot, and yeah.
Oh, jeez. So, some actual real fucking news that I just happened upon today, and for me, I know probably for you not too big a deal because you were never really a wrestling guy.
Not much.
Some a little bit here and there, but Big Van Vader, Leon White fucking passed away on the 18th. And I just found out about it here today, and that one kind of, it didn't like affect me, but it was one of those deals where, it was sad because he was only 60. Yeah, he was only 63. Ended up dying of heart failure. As we're sitting here fucking talking about, quality of life and fucking eating right and all this type of shit. And it's weird because he knew he was going to be dying because, like, his fucking doctors, it was like, I can't remember if it was a kayfabe commentary interview or it was one of those wrestling shoot interviews. And he was very candid about it. He was like, my doctors have said I've got less than 2 years to live. And this video was like 2 years ago was when this video was done. And he was talking about, my doctors have only given me like 2 years left to live. So at this point, it's just a matter of, just trying to fucking live life and blah, blah, blah. And, be a better person, all that type of stuff. So it's weird when like a lot of people will sit there and be like, I want to know when I'm going to die. So I know how much life I have, how much life I have to get in and live. I don't know that I would want to know. Because a lot of times doctors will sit there and say, like, you have 6 months and then fucking 5 years later, you're still kicking.
Right.
It's like pancreatic cancer, I think, is the only one where, once you get the fucking news, your shit is going to go downhill quick. It's like fucking Patrick Swayze went downhill quick.
That was a big guy. Holy cow.
Oh yeah, no, Vader was huge. He was like
Super heavyweight.
Yeah, he was like 6'5" and like 425 at his heaviest. He was a big fucking dude, and he was one of those guys. I think he is the last. He is the last of a fucking breed of big man in the business, because he was a big man who could go. He was the first, and I don't know that I've seen anybody else do it, but at 400 pounds, his finisher when he was in WCW, and he was running feuds with like Sting and Mick Foley, you know, when he was doing his Cactus Jack deal, he was, and I think probably still is, the biggest man I've ever seen do a fucking moonsault off of the fucking top rope. And like, you know what a moonsault is?
Yeah.
Where a guy gets up on the ropes and he's facing like out towards the crowd, and then he fucking backflips
Yep.
and lands belly down on the... Yeah. Now imagine that. 6'5", 400 plus pounds doing a fucking moonsault off the top rope. That's how fucking impressive he was as a big man.
Holy Jesus.
Yeah.
That would be terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah. And from everything that I've heard, like in
That would
ring
make
work,
stuff leak out of you.
and like he was,
would start oozing out of your holes.
you know, and he wasn't light throwing punches either, and you could fucking tell. Like I got a couple of tapes with him and Sting, and like when he was throwing fucking punches, oh, they were fucking legit. Like he was ringing some fucking bells. And then, you know, hearing commentaries, shoot interviews afterwards, you know, he was a bit of a bully, but he was also like, oh, he's got the biggest heart. But I guess one of the things was he never washed his shit.
Oh.
So a lot of the guys didn't want to fucking work with him because like
Gross.
his gloves would reek. His fucking gloves would stink.
Gross.
Yeah. So he wasn't the cleanest of men either.
That's gross, dude.
But it was one of those guys. I remember when he was first announced for WCW, because his time, I guess he was, what did they call him? He was wrestling in AWA out of Minnesota in the late 80s, mid to late 80s, and they were calling him like Baby Bull Leon White. And I didn't see those matches until here within the last year, just kind of dicking around on YouTube watching some old shit. I'm like, dude, that's fucking Vader wearing a John Deere hat. He looked like fucking Larry the Cable Guy, just bigger. Like a bigger, fatter Larry the Cable Guy at the time. And then he went off to Japan and then came back here as, you know, with the Big Van Vader persona. He came to the fucking ring with this giant fucking... I can't call it a fucking helmet, but it was this giant head and shoulder piece. Like this massive fucking robotic thing. It was like fucking shooting out steam in the whole 9 yards, and you know, come fucking walking out, take the thing off, and he'd be holding it up, you know, and doing the fucking the Vulcan, you know, Vulcan live long and prosper bullshit.
Okay.
Fucking yeah, dude. And I'm like fucking 13, 14 years old seeing this for the first time, and I'm like, holy fuck. The guy's like a big old fat fuck, but that helmet is that headgear that he's got is pretty fucking cool. So I got you, and for a while, I mean, he was the fucking biggest, baddest bully in WCW, and then just kind of went to shit when he went to the WWF, like in '95, I think is when he went to WWF. Yeah, and then he just kind of shit didn't fucking work as well because the politics didn't allow for him to be the big bully, the big badass bully that he was in WCW, you know. But like I said, it's just a rare fucking breed, man. And it's, you know, like I said, I mean, it's sad. It's sad seeing all these fucking wrestlers I grew up watching kicking off.
That would be weird having a death clock.
Yeah, and one where the fucking alarm actually went off when it was supposed to. Yeah. I don't know. I mean. Like if you knew, like it's not like, I mean, it's not like he really knew. He knew what his doctors fucking told him. But like if your doctor said 2 years, you have fucking 2 years left, would you be at peace with that, knowing it? Like would you be able to go and like fucking, okay, I've got 2 years to get this shit done. You get the shit done, and so like your last month that you know you've got left, you're at peace with it and you're okay with it? Or is it like perpetually, I still have more to do? I don't want to leave this mortal plane yet.
Don't know.
Because I know for me personally, I would never be comfortable with it. I've always got something else to do. You know, I've always got one more Enigma story. I've got one more song to write. I've got one more fucking joke to tell. I've got one more this. I've got one more that. You know, I don't know. I don't know that I could accept. We're all born with an expiration date. I know that. I would much rather not see it coming. So then that last month, it's like fucking sitting there trying to fill out what for me would be a never-ending bucket list.
Right.
Because there's always something else. There's always a bigger fish.
Right.
I don't know that I could fucking do that. I don't know. Fuck, I don't know that I want to fucking talk about cartoons now. I'm actually kind of fucking bummed out.
Yeah, you're the one that drug it on, buddy.
Jesus Christ. Oh, you're a depressor. Fuck, dude. You're
Jeez.
One more fucking cartoon to watch. it'll fucking lead in that way. How much time do we got in there?
I don't know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You went dark.
Yeah, I think that whole fucking dark thing pretty much used up
Schmiegel on us.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, let's look at that for next week. We'll do the Warner Brothers Disney debate next week.
Okay.
Because right now we're about an hour and a half, and yeah, so on that depressing fucking note, Jesus Christ, TJ.
Nice.
Whew, boy. Well, you know, sometimes you need to have those deep philosophical shows.
Yeah, play some happy music in the background. Fuck.
So yeah, that's why I'll throw that in the entire fucking time.
Subtle.
Well, hey kids, welcome to TJ's fucking depressing insight on fucking Vader's death.
Oh, you're all gonna die. Y'all got 2 years left. That's not too bad. 115 shows. We finally had a little fucking depressing part. Now we're good for another 115. Right.
Join us in episode 230 when we fucking, really try to fight to get the goddamn shotgun out of our mouths. All right, so let's go ahead here. We'll take our fucking break and come back with a little bit of Reddit fun. What do you say?
I saw this picture on the internet.
Tony Willis, ladies and gentlemen.
And it was this picture of this fucking this pistol with a Bud Light logo and the Bud Light colors and design and stuff on it. And someone captured it, the only Bud Light I'd put in my mouth.
Oh, Jesus Christ. All right. Fuck. Let's take a goddamn break. It's Squad M Show, kids. Stay tuned.
In a city where corruption rules the streets, only one man can stop the serial killer known as the Blood Bandit. James Kurt, a former police officer turned private investigator, must race against the clock to stop the madman before he achieves his ultimate diabolical goal. When JK's brother Alex is thought killed in the line of duty and mysteriously returns with no memory of his past life, the stakes are raised even higher. Enigma, the comic book series from Quad M Productions, written and illustrated by TJ Damon, with colors and effects by Jason Vickers. Enigma. Order your copy at quadmproductions.com today.
You're listening to the Quad M Show. Segment 3.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of this here Quad M Show. We are your host. I'm TJ.
And Jason.
Those guys are retards.
And this segment is brought to you in part by DeeplyDapper.com. Now, you hear us go on and on about all that sweet merch that you can pick up over at DeeplyDapper.com. Original art prints and books, vinyl wrap metal flasks, custom key hangers and light switch plates, as well as those sweet-ass handmade soaps. Everything based on your favorite nerd world pop culture properties. But there is so much more. Get on the ball. After you're done listening to us ramble, get on over and check out his 3D podcast as well as the Robot Kraken podcasts. Check out all the recipes and all the hither and do that he's got going on over there at deeplydapper.com. Our buddy Chris, it's worth the time and the effort.
It is. Just for the 10 tickles.
Just for the 10 tickles. What are you waiting for? You ain't got no goddamn excuse. Get on over there today. That is deeplydapper.com. Again, deeplydapper.com. Better living through tentacles.
I already did the 10 tickle joke in the middle of the ad.
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck more do you want from me, Chris? 10 tickles, 10 tickles. There you go.
One more time.
10 tickles. Motherfucker gets customized ads.
Well, you know, and you kids out there, I think I'm gonna take one more whack at the marble statues for the ads. So you kids out there, you weren't aware of this, but with the upcoming podcast summit with myself and Chris and Derek Crabb, part of the ad thing, I was just as a goof did this photoshopping with marble busts, and I've actually made that as my profile picture mine. If it was a podcast that wasn't, if it was a strict comedy podcast, I'd probably keep the busts as they are. But since there's actually going to be a little bit of seriousness to it, I think I might go that route. I don't know. I got a couple weeks. I'll probably do it this weekend and kind of see what they look like and start whoring it out from there. You know what else comes off looking like a Greek god?
What's that?
Reddit fun with Jason. Yeah.
Reddit fun with Jason.
It's that time, son.
All right. Fine.
So, since I told you we could play surprise TJ today.
Right.
What do the Redditeers have for us this week?
Okay. Hope you got your thinking cap on.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
Okay.
This comes from... I don't know. Anyway. Worst things to say / do while waiting in line.
You wanted, my mind immediately went to that old fucking Andrew Dice Clay joke.
What's that?
He's like, yeah, so I got my tongue up this chick's ass, right? She comes back, she fucking looks at me, I go, what, this ain't the line for the bank? Oh!
Nice.
My tongue up this chick's ass. Hey, nice. Give me 12 inches and make it hurt. So I fucked her twice and hit her with a brick. Hey, nice.
Yeah, he had to smoke a cigarette around his head.
I know. I used to try to do that, and I even at my most limber, like in my fucking wrestling days when I was actually all fucking, stretched out Gumby style, I still couldn't fucking reach around and do that shit. So that boy's got talent.
All right.
I miss Dice. I wonder what he's doing nowadays. He's still probably doing some stand-up somewhere, I think. I would think he is.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to find out after Reddit.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe we can throw that in with the Disney and Warner Brothers talk next week. Whatever happened to Dice?
Dice.
All right, so let's go ahead and see what the Borg's answers are for this. Or did you have an answer? Okay,
yeah,
I'm sorry.
I would drop an SBD and then ask if everyone smells popcorn. I think that'd be pretty bad.
drop the SBD and just see if I were to do that. I would go like full Joey Styles. Oh my god! And then just wait for it. There it hits.
Yes.
I used to do that when I used to work at the local big box store. Actually, more medium box store. It wasn't, local retailer. I used to drop one in the aisle. And then walk away, and then wait for someone to come down the aisle, and then I would come back into the aisle, and go, and give them a look, and then just walk off. It's the little things,
right? Gotta mess with people.
I digress. What does the Borg have for this?
Backspace Sentry says, "Geez, that was a big one." Software Wharf. Yes, Software Wharf.
Software Wharf.
Yep. This is the line for the Ebola antidote, correct? Oh, Sapphire 42. Hey, you're that guy from the AA meeting, right? Backwards Marathon. This song is called Wonderwall. Deep Fried Oprah says, while talking on the phone, yeah, man, I took her out last night. Some guy sold her to me at the middle school. Well, she's 8 years old, but it's a smooth ride.
Oh, God!
Talking about a new car. Epic Victory says, to the guy in front, the guy behind me is asking you for marijuana. Five Smash says, hey everyone, I brought my ukulele.
When the fuck did that become a thing again?
What?
Ukuleles.
I don't know.
You know, it's like the fucking hipster happy advertising songs. Like, all fucking have them now. They've had them for a while. It drives me up a fucking wall, because all I think is just happy little fucking, what do they call them? Soy boy hipsters.
Right.
And, you know, buggy whip arms, soy boy hipsters with their fucking neck beards and scarves. That's all I think when I see that. Because before that, you know what I used to think? Was fucking, like college dude, like 1950s stereotypes, college dude with the big fucking ass fur coat. And the vaudeville hat with the fucking ukulele.
Well, maybe Krillin as a noob could help you out by saying, here's $1. Let me take your spot.
I'll watch that for you.
Rainbow Crash 99. Cut in line and debate the mentality, or what? Cut in line and debate the mental integrity of people. Hey, no cutting. I'm not cutting. You must be crazy. Schmog says, imagine what a cannonball would do to us right now. Next Shallow says, while you're on the phone, give a vivid description of the person standing in front of you. Oh, no. See, you can do this in Costco.
Yeah.
Hunter 611, you must be wondering why I gathered you all here today.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Outstanding. Goddamn anal leakage. Shout out me too. Excuse me, everyone. Has anyone seen my python? He's about 7 feet long and answers to the name Henry. Oh, interracial polar bear says, touch your toes. What the? Turn and face in the opposite direction. Throw fist in the air. Anarchy! Oh, Shad said, he's got a gun. Come and proceed to the top of the queue while everybody frantically makes an escape. This is from Deleted.
Okay.
I should have waited to take that Viagra.
Poke. Peekaboo.
Peekaboo. IDH Chief says, play music on speakerphone. Oh. Eric WPG says, where's the whites only line?
Yeah, where's all the white women at?
That guy's seen Blazing Saddles. Margarita 94. Hey, dumbass.
And then just wait to see who all turns around. That I would do at Costco just to see.
Super Bat Ranger says, on phone, should I tell her I tested positive? I did get it from her brother, after all. FGO Bill says, on phone, I'm off the medication. Now I'm just using the ointment. Oh, goddamn your fucking names.
So Deleted writes in.
Pants, comma Jordy says, I'm just going to leave this here. Poops. Dude, not cool says, does anyone have some Beano?
Oh, just leave this here. Boop.
System 637. The line must be drawn here. Fleet Fox. I hope you've made peace with God. Oh. Australian 4 Beer 19 says, excuse me, everyone. Do you have a moment to talk about the Lord? You stealthy bastard says, taps on shoulder of the guy in front of me. Excuse me, do you know how to fix a jammed revolver? Deleted says, pull out your dick. Miguel says, trust fall.
Oh yeah. I don't know why every time, no matter what these ones are, every time they're the fun. You say it, and then immediately in my mind, I say, poop,
Boop.
pull out your dick, poop, trust fall, poop. Yeah, lovable bastards, you.
Czar 7792. Did I just say that out loud? Shark in 91 in line at the bank. Nudges person next in line. Hey, can you help me load this 9mm? My hands are kind of full with all these grenades.
Poop.
Fuse XD. Start playing spoilers for random movies with title.
Do y'all see Avengers Infinity War yet? Holy shit.
Oh, this one's creepy. Alpha male. Smells hair of woman in front of him. Smells like our date tomorrow night.
I'm almost thinking that's the winner.
Big Penis 25 says, you smell different awake. Okay, two more.
Okay.
Yep. Dino Sauce says, you know who my favorite Star Trek character is? You're the other guy. You say, I don't know. Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know it was interactive. So let's start over.
Okay.
I'll play the role of other guy.
Okay. Dino Sauce. You know who my favorite Star Trek character is?
No, who?
Q. It's a pun. Line. It's Q.
Yeah.
Get it?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I get
the reference. Do you get the reference?
Yes. Yes, I understood. Jesus Christ. Hey, Bert.
What?
Poop.
And Redkin 13 says, whisper right in someone's ear. I'm so sorry.
I am so sorry for your loss. Shh, just go. Jesus. Oh, thank you, Redditeers, once again. Putting a smile on our faces and a pep in our steps. Oh, do you got anything good, sir, for picks of the week this week?
I forgot, man.
You forgot about the pick of the week or what you picked?
I forgot to get one.
Well, shit. It's not like it's a fucking mandatory thing. This is going to kind of sound a little rinky-dink, but, kind of bear with me because I found a new game app that I've been enjoying the hell out of.
Uh-oh.
And I'm enjoying it even more now that I found my strategy and it fucking works.
Okay.
And I've been playing a lot of fucking people online and probably pissing a lot of them off too.
Uh-oh. Okay.
So it's completely free. You can go to the Google Play Store. You can go to the Google App Store. Wherever you can go. And I looked it up by looking up Battleship, but I believe it's called Fleet Battle, and it's like Fleet Battle 2.0. And basically, it's the old game of Battleship, right? You got like 6 different naval ships that you put around on this, I believe it's like a 10 by 10 grid, okay? And obviously, because of copyright law, they can't call it Battleship, so it's Fleet Battle.
Fleet Battle.
And,
Sea Battle. Google Play Store right here.
Yeah. And, you go ahead and you set your ships up, as it were, and you can do a single player, easy, medium, and hard. And you go ahead and you build up your stats and you do all that shit through there. So, as you go progress through, you can increase your rank until you become like a fucking admiral or what the fuck ever. But I don't know why I wanted to fucking start playing Battleship for some goddamn reason. So I saw it, I got it, I fucking played it, and it is just this addictive little fucking thing, especially when you're playing somebody online. Because I'm not going to get into details of my strategy, but up to a certain point, I was kind of hitting around 50-50, and then like 50% wins losses, and then I had this streak of like 11 straight fucking losses.
Right.
I'm like, what the fuck? What am I doing? I changed my strategy. Since then, of like the last 20 games, I have lost 1.
Ooh. Right.
And it's one of those things when it's not like it's some great big huge grandiose MMORPG or some fucking card Candy Crush game. It's Battleship, but it's so fucking addictive. And here's the one thing I will say for my strategy and my thought process in the game. Like with Battleship, you got like your 5-hit mega tanker or what the fuck ever, right? You got like your 5.
Like the carrier and stuff.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But you got like your 5, you got your 4, you got a 3, and then you've got like one, I guess, supposed to be an aircraft carrier where you have like 3 and 3 that are next to each other.
Okay.
So it's kind of like 3, and then when that second one there, the next piece down goes 3, so it's kind of like 1 and then 2 things and then 1 kind of a deal there. You got one that's kind of a T shape, and then you've got your little 2-hit guy.
Uh-huh.
As long as they don't find my 2-hit guy,
you're safe.
Oh, I will fuck you up. It's a fucking lock. I think my quickest game was 11 rounds. I don't know how the fuck that happened. Usually it usually takes anywhere from 25 to 30 rounds for me to win and lock it down. Because what I'll do, I won't get too far into the thought process, how I go about doing it. But I will go through and I will just I systematically pick my squares, right? If you get a hit, you can pick again. Okay? And I will go through and I will systematically go and I will find if I get 5 hits that are reasonably separated out. If I have 5 hits,
okay,
that I know I've got 5 of your 6 ships, then I will fucking take you out. Because then it's a case of maybe one of those 5 is your 2-hit guy. Then all the other fucking open spaces, dude, I fucking got you pegged. You're fucking dead. The minute you'll always know when I'm fucking playing. Because if somebody hits my little 2 guy, you will hear me go, fuck! And now desperation is fucking hit because I got to try to, find their fucking 2 guy before they find whatever one they haven't hit yet. And it's just, God, I've gotten so fucking addictive. And it's free to play. That's really cool. You get like little blueprints so you can build up your fleet of, like different countries. So if you want to play as an all-German thing, you can. If you want to play as an all...
I see.
UK deal.
Because actual Battleship was $3.99.
Yeah. Go with the cheap one.
Right?
Fleet Battle, and it's a fucking blast.
Right? Yeah. Download complete installing.
Yeah, give it a whirl, man. Not right now, but you know.
Yeah.
But it's totally fucking worth it if you have a chance, kids. Like I said, it's free. Just fucking go to the Google Play Store, Fleet Battle, and maybe I2. Maybe you can join in the fun of me whooping your ass because I've got this shit on lockdown, yo.
Whatever.
See, now that you've got that, you know, one of these days we can go ahead and play, you know, like local area friend against friend.
Right.
And I can build a couple of stats on that because I have no stats on that because I'm the only person I know that fucking plays it.
I'll give it a whack.
Except for some guy I probably fucking, you know, have taken out like 5 times that lives in Kuwait. I don't know. These things nowadays, you're playing all across the country.
It is, dude.
Like I couldn't sleep last night, so at fucking 2 a.m, I'm pretty sure I'm playing some fucking wide awake dude in the fucking Philippines or Laos or something. Crazy American, I kick your ass.
There's I play a little MMO on my tablet here. Celtic Heroes is what it's called.
Yeah.
And it's people from everywhere. It's not just like the United States. It's everywhere. Mm-hmm. And it was and like the of course the 2 most common languages are English and Spanish. And there's like the clan or group you're in. Mm-hmm. We had like about 200 people, about half English speaking, about half Spanish speaking. but the way that like the time zones and stuff worked, it just so happened to work out this way. But the Spanish speaking half of the clan was like on the other, when it was night in America, when all of us were like,
right.
These guys were awake. It was their daytime and their like gameplay time. So it just kept on rolling and rolling, and it was fun.
So they're covering shit, and then you covering shit. So it's like this perpetual, ongoing type thing. Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, good sir. Do we have anything left to pimp, promote, propagate, or pander?
No.
This evening. Well, that will wrap it up for this week's episode of the Quad M Show. As always, gang, get on out there, subscribe, rate, and review to us on any of those podcast catching apps that you use. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and make sure to click on those notification things and like and all that type of shit there. And follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Boom! Got them all nailed in. At Quad M Comics. Don't forget, Quad M Comics is the name you're looking for on that. So until next week, this is TJ.
And Jason.
And we will see you all later, gang. Take care.
All right.
You've been listening to the Quad M Show. Copyright 2018, Quad M Productions. If you have any comments, questions, queries, quibbles, or concerns, email us at quadmcomics@gmail.com or find us on Twitter at QuadMComics.
Is for everybody, not just for the few. Anyone can share VD with someone nice as you. VD is for everybody, darling, have no doubt that anyone can get VD. That's what it's all about.
If you're